The Marvelous Adventures of Benny, Freddie, Lila, Mia, Oliver, and Sammy. Once upon a time, in the magical land of Blossomville, there lived a group of adorable animal friends. There was Benny the bunny, with his soft and velvety fur that felt as cozy as a warm blanket and ears that twitched with delight. Benny was known for his mischievousness and always finding himself in funny situations. One day, while playing in a field of colorful daisies that swayed in the gentle breeze, Benny accidentally hopped into a patch of sticky mud, his fluffy fur instantly turning a muddy brown. His friends giggled, and Oliver the owl swooped down with a feather duster to help him clean up. Oliver playfully tickled Benny's nose with the fluffy feathers, causing Benny to giggle uncontrollably. Freddie the fox had a bright orange coat that glowed like a fiery sunset, and his bushy tail flicked with mischief and curiosity. Freddie loved playing tricks on his friends and making everyone around him burst into laughter. One sunny afternoon, he decided to hide behind a towering oak tree, its rough bark gnarled with age, and jump out to surprise his friends as they passed by. The friends burst into laughter, their joyful giggles filling the air, and a game of tag ensued, chasing Freddie around the meadow. Their laughter echoed through the peaceful countryside as they collapsed in a heap, exhausted but filled with pure joy. They rolled around in the soft grass, feeling the tickle of the blades against their paws, and marveled at the warm sunlight that bathed them in its golden glow. Lila the lamb had wool as white as freshly fallen snow, and her gentle voice carried melodic lullabies that eased everyone's worries. Lila was the peacemaker of the group, always calming any arguments and bringing everyone together. One moonlit night, as they gathered by a cozy fire, the crackling flames casting dancing shadows on their faces, Lila sang a soothing lullaby that sent them all into a peaceful slumber. In their dreams, they saw the enchanting sights and sounds of Blossomville, where trees sparkled with magic and flowers bloomed with colors beyond imagination. They danced with graceful fairies, their wings shimmering like rainbows, and listened to the whispers of the wind as they sat on a carpet of moss beneath towering trees. When they awoke, they couldn't help but feel a sense of contentment and love that lingered in their hearts. Mia the mouse was as small as a raindrop, and her delicate paws scurried across leaves, creating a gentle melody like the pitter-pattering rain. Mia was the fearless adventurer, always leading the way and discovering new places for the group to explore. One autumn morning, as the leaves transformed into shades of amber and gold, Mia led them through a mesmerizing forest of maple trees, their branches swaying in harmony with the autumn breeze. The air was filled with the earthy scent of fallen leaves, crisp and comforting. As they ventured deeper into the forest, rays of sunlight pierced through the vibrant canopy, painting the forest floor with a patchwork of warm hues. Mia's agile movements led them to a hidden treasure buried beneath a thick layer of leaves. It was a cluster of acorns, each one glowing with a magical shimmer that sparkled like 1,000 stars. They each picked one up, feeling the warmth of the magic pulse through their tiny paws. It was as if the acorns were filled with the whispers of the trees, telling tales of the secrets they held within their ancient trunks. They embraced the wonder of the forest, running their paws along the rough bark of wise old oak trees, and watched in awe as leaves danced to the ground, creating a breathtaking carpet of vibrant colors. Oliver the owl was wise and calm, with feathers as smooth as silk and eyes that gleamed with ancient knowledge. Oliver was the problem solver, using his wisdom to guide his friends through challenges. One starry night, Oliver perched on a branch, gazing at the twinkling sky like a poet contemplating the universe. He spread his majestic wings and hooted softly, his voice carrying a world of stories. The friends laid on their backs, connecting the stars with imaginary lines, forming constellations that told tales of mythical creatures and far-off galaxies. Oliver's deep hoots filled the night as he shared the legends of heroes and whispered secrets of the cosmos. They traced the patterns in the sky with their paws, their eyes wide with wonder, and felt a sense of connection with the vast universe above them. Sammy the squirrel was quick and agile, always ready for an adventure. Sammy was the energetic one, keeping everyone on their toes and bringing a spark of excitement to their journeys. One sunny day, as the vibrant sun rays streamed through the leafy canopy, Sammy challenged Benny to a friendly race to the top of the tallest tree in Blossomville. Their tiny hearts fluttered with anticipation as they scampered up the tall trunk, their laughter echoing through the forest like a chorus of joy. Finally, they reached the top, their fur ruffled by the breeze, and looked out at the breathtaking view of Blossomville. They could see the sparkling river that wound through the land like a silver ribbon, the bustling villages dotted with colorful rooftops, and the distant mountains that stood tall and majestic. They felt a surge of exhilaration and a newfound appreciation for the beauty that surrounded them. They were the best of friends and loved exploring their beautiful village together. One sunny morning, as the friends gathered near the sparkling river, they noticed a vibrant boat, covered in shimmering flowers, floating towards them. Inside the boat, they found a small note that read, "Dear friends, please help. Our once united village is in trouble. Shadows have cast gloom over us. We need your friendship and kindness to bring back the light." Signed, Princess Ruby. Worried about Princess Ruby and her village, the friends huddled together and decided to follow the river to find her, their hearts filled with anticipation and the unknown challenges awaiting them. The river whispered secrets as they sailed along, its sparkling waters reflecting the magic of the land. They dipped their paws into the cool water, feeling the gentle current tickle their fur, and watched as schools of colorful fish swam by, their scales shimmering in the sunlight. The river took them through enchanted forests, where mischievous fairies fluttered around, their laughter like tinkling bells. Benny couldn't resist chasing after the fairies, his hops turning into twirls of delight, much to the amusement of his friends. They felt the soft moss beneath their paws and the delicate touch of flower petals brushing against their fur. They marveled at the vibrant mushrooms that dotted the forest floor, their caps vibrant reds, oranges, and purples, and listened to the joyful melodies of songbirds perched on branches, their songs like a symphony of cheerfulness. Freddie tried to mimic the bird songs, causing everyone to burst into laughter. As they continued their journey, the fairies sprinkled colorful fairy dust over them, leaving a trail of shimmering glitter wherever they went, making them feel like they were floating on a cloud. Continuing on their adventure, they passed through bustling villages, where vibrant market stalls overflowed with exotic treasures and the air was filled with the aroma of fresh bread and sizzling treats, making their tummies grumble with hunger. Colorful flags fluttered in the breeze, and cheerful villagers greeted them with warm smiles. The friends shared stories and laughter with the villagers, their hearts growing with joy and inspiration. Sammy couldn't resist trying every delicious treat, ending up with a full belly and a wide grin that matched the colorful surroundings. Together, they sang and danced around a bonfire, their giggles and laughter filling the night with warmth and celebration. Their adventure also led them over magnificent mountains, where the crisp breeze carried the invigorating scent of pine. The snow-capped peaks glistened like diamonds, their beauty daring the friends to explore. They felt the crunch of freshly fallen snow beneath their paws and marveled at the intricate icicles sparkling in hidden caves. With each snowflake that landed on their tongues and each playful shake to scatter powdery snow, they couldn't help but giggle with delight. Mia challenged everyone to a snowball fight, and they spent hours playing in the winter wonderland, building snow forts and creating countless memories that would forever warm their hearts. But as they journeyed through the snow-covered mountains, they discovered a steep and treacherous cliff blocking their path, its icy surface posing a formidable challenge. It towered high above them, making their hearts skip a beat. They realized they couldn't simply continue on with their adventure. It was a true test of their courage and teamwork. Benny, known for his quick hops and clever wit, suggested they gather materials and build a bridge to cross the cliff. Freddie, with his sharp mind and nimble paws, found the sturdiest branches and sticks, ensuring they would withstand even the harshest conditions. Lila contributed her strength and wool, weaving and reinforcing the bridge with care, her hooves guiding her every move. Mia, with her small size and sharp senses, scurried up and down the cliff, searching for hidden crevices and cracks that would make the path safe. Oliver, with his wisdom and guidance, advised them on the best construction techniques, his voice steady and reassuring. Sammy helped by cheering them on and keeping their spirits high, his energetic enthusiasm inspiring them all. With their combined efforts and determination, the friends successfully built a sturdy bridge, their brave hearts swelling with pride and excitement. They walked across together, cheering and celebrating their accomplishment. This challenge had brought them even closer and strengthened their bond as friends. As they approached Princess Ruby's village, they noticed a group of bullies called the Shadow Gang, who were causing mischief and scaring the villagers with their dark spells and tricks. The friends knew they had to be brave and stand up for what was right. With their hearts full of determination, they devised a plan. Benny hopped forward and exclaimed, "Don't worry, guys, I'll hop around and lead them away from the village. Just watch my swift moves." His ears twitched with excitement as he demonstrated his hopping skills, causing everyone to burst into laughter. Freddie, as cunning and quick-witted as ever, stepped forward and said, "I'll blend in with their group and use my sharp senses and cleverness to find out how to break their dark spell." He smirked mischievously, his tail flicking behind him. Lila, with her gentle and soothing voice, offered to rally the villagers. "I will stand before them and remind them of the power of unity and kindness," she said, her wool fluttering in the gentle breeze. "I'll share stories of love and friendship that touch their hearts." Her voice carried a sense of calm and hope. Mia, known for her agility and sharp wit, declared, "I'll search for Princess Ruby and help her find her way home. My small size and nimble paws will be an advantage." She scurried in place, excitement shining in her eyes. Oliver, the wise owl, spread his wings and hooted softly. "I shall provide guidance and advice." Meanwhile, Freddie disguised himself as a member of the Shadow Gang, skillfully gathering information and learning about Max's weakness and the key to breaking the dark spell. As Lila spoke to the villagers, her voice gentle yet firm, they began to feel a flicker of hope in their hearts. They remembered the joys of unity and kindness, and their determination grew stronger. Mia, with her small size and agile movements, darted through the village until she discovered Princess Ruby locked in a tower, her eyes filled with tears of despair. With her skill and bravery, Mia slipped through the window and set the princess free, assuring her that help was on its way. Princess Ruby's eyes sparkled with gratitude, her shimmering dress reflecting the newfound hope. As the day turned into night, the friends reconvened, sharing their findings with each other and feeling hopeful but anxious about their upcoming confrontation with Max and the Shadow Gang. Oliver, the wise owl, guided them with his words of wisdom, his voice resembling the wind rustling through leaves. "Remember, my friends, goodness always triumphs over darkness," he said, his eyes shining with ancient knowledge. "With kindness and determination, we can overcome any adversity. Max may be under a dark spell, but love can break even the strongest enchantment." The next morning, the friends and villagers gathered in the village square, their hearts pounding with anticipation, as the Shadow Gang approached, ready to cause trouble. Lila, her voice gentle yet firm, stood before them and shared stories of kindness, the importance of friendship, and the transformation that can come from choosing the path of love instead of fear. Slowly but surely, the hearts of the Shadow Gang members began to soften, their shadows retreating like the fading night. Sammy, who had gathered supplies and treats, handed out delicious goodies that filled the air with the sweet aroma of freshly baked cookies and fun toys that twinkled and spun. Laughter filled the village square as former members of the Shadow Gang joined in the joyful play. It became clear that friendship was more powerful than fear, and love had the power to heal even the darkest of hearts. Max, the former leader of the Shadow Gang, approached Princess Ruby, his head bowed with remorse. He apologized for his misdeeds and asked for forgiveness. Princess Ruby, true to her kind nature, forgave him and welcomed him into their circle of friends, the united front shining like a beacon of hope. From that day forward, peace and harmony flourished throughout Blossomville. The animal friends and villagers worked side by side, spreading kindness like the petals of a blooming flower, sharing their workloads and celebrating the beauty of friendship. The sun smiled brightly, painting the land with vibrant colors, and the whole village rejoiced in the happiness that filled their days. And so, in the magical land of Blossomville, the lesson was learned that friendship, kindness, and the power of determination can overcome any adversity. Together, they taught the world that hard work, honesty, forgiveness, and acceptance are the keys to a happy and harmonious life. The end.